An abandoned mansion in Toronto caught our attention through photos. A mutual friend had recently explored the property and shared pictures. The place looked immaculate in every shot we saw online. My friends and I felt instantly intrigued to go check it out. The mansion sat only 10 miles north from where we lived. The short drive gave us time to build up excitement. The property featured a huge open grass plain surrounding it. Pine trees and thick foliage created a natural privacy barrier. My friends, Chad and Brad, followed close behind me that day. I led the way up the long gravel driveway approach. The house appeared unfinished from the outside perspective we had. Construction seemed abandoned when the project was near completion. The outside foundation looked completely finished, but nothing inside was done. Our mutual friend had told us about his exploration method. He gained entry through a back window left unlocked. We circled the property, searching for that same access point. The unlocked window sat in the kitchen right over the counter. One by one, we squeezed through the narrow opening carefully. We crawled across the counter and dropped to the floor. The kitchen looked almost immaculate despite the abandoned construction status. Cabinet doors lay scattered across the floor, uninstalled and forgotten. Sheetrock boards leaned against walls waiting for hands that never came. Everything appeared brand new, which made the abandonment such a shame. We each decided to explore different directions throughout the house. I headed toward the living room to see what waited there. That room was also pristine and huge beyond my expectations. It flowed directly into the dining room without any barriers. From there, a wide hallway stretched before me endlessly. I counted at least 10 different doors along that corridor. My friends were already checking out some rooms ahead of me. I peeked into each space and realized most were bedrooms. The hallway ended at a 3-door garage structure, finally. Right before the garage stood the door to the basement. I called out, letting Chad and Brad know where I went. One of them acknowledged me before I descended the stairs. The basement had a bizarre spiral staircase design inside it. When I reached the bottom, the top door disappeared completely. No windows existed down there, leaving absolute darkness everywhere. My flashlight became my only source of light down there. The basement was completely unfinished with debris scattered everywhere. Pieces of drywall covered the floor in chaotic piles. Unfinished wood foundations stood where walls should have been built. The basement space was massive with multiple sections to explore. It could have fit a basketball court and more easily. Then I discovered a back room with storage containers inside. My curiosity pushed me to lift the lids and explore. The first 2 containers held building tools and wood planks. Then I heard something strange coming from another container. A bump sound echoed from inside like something moved around. Maybe an animal had found its way into this container. Perhaps I was just hearing things in the darkness below. I approached the container and noticed its lid sat loose. It wasn't sealed properly like the others I had opened. As I bent down to lift the heavy lid myself, it lifted on its own without me touching it at all. A whispering noise escaped from inside as the lid rose. I fell backward, landing hard on my hands in shock. From the ground, I saw a smiling woman staring back. Her head was the only thing lifting the container lid. She looked directly at me, laughed, and whispered, "Peekaboo," clearly. Then she disappeared back down, leaving me terrified and frozen. I ran to the stairs as fast as my legs could move. The basement door was now locked tight, preventing my escape. I banged on it, screaming for my friends to open up. They were apparently messing with me, keeping that door closed. Then I heard creaks on the spiral staircase below me. I couldn't see her yet, but her laughter echoed closer. She was mumbling incomprehensible things that chilled my blood completely. I screamed at the top of my lungs, begging for help. Chad finally opened the door, saving me from that nightmare. I ran out and looked back for just half a second. That ghostly, skinny figure of a pale woman stared back. She was almost at the top step, grinning up at me. I slammed the door shut and locked it immediately after. Chad saw her too, and we bolted without thinking twice. We ran through the front door, leaving it wide open. The three of us made it to the property edge safely. We sat in my car for an hour, processing what happened. After much discussion, I agreed to go back inside briefly. I needed to unlock that basement door, despite my terror. I didn't want someone else dying down there someday because of me. When we got back inside, the basement door stood wide open. We had definitely locked it, which made no sense at all. We bolted back outside toward the car without hesitation. We drove straight home and never returned to that mansion ever. In moments of fear, uncertainty, or danger, reciting Ayatul Kursi acts as a powerful shield. It reminds us that Allah is the ultimate protector over all things. Recite it after every prayer, before sleeping, and when leaving home. No harm can touch you when Allah's protection surrounds you.